Hey everybody, it's Emma Dawn. I haven't done a video blog in quite a while, but I kind of have a special reason today. First of all, new haircut. This is what it looks like when I fix it as opposed to the cute little flip out that my stylist did. I'm just not that talented, although I'm still very happy with it and it's much cooler. Anyway, the main reason I wanted to do this vlog is to tell this story about my grandmother. She passed away in 2005. And I've been hearing for years that she collected 4-leaf clovers and saved them in Bibles, and that she had a Bible for me and one for each of my cousins. And it turns out my grandfather's going to be selling his house, so my parents and my grandfather have been going through his things, and lo and behold, they found my Bible in a box. Is that not actually a full Bible? It's the words of Jesus, and we'll see if this focuses when I hold it up, but right there it says "To Dawn from Grandma Toots." And Toots is, my grandfather called her Toots, so as kids of course we picked up on that. She was always Grandma Toots. Her name was Evelyn. So I wanted to share this with you. I'm going to read you this thing that she wrote first. We don't know when she wrote it, but it's Grandma Toots' handwriting. And this is what it says. The 4-leaf clover and what it means to me. As a young child, I suffered severely with asthma, and in those days there was not the medication that is available now for asthma. In our backyard there was a rose bush, and I would sit next to it with my choking and wheezing. While sitting there, I would pray to God to either take me or cure me. There was a clover patch next to me. I would look down at it and see a 4-leaf clover, pick it up and put it in a book. From then on, I didn't need to search for them, and from then on, all my life, just looking down at a clover patch, a 4-leaf clover would pop into my view. I would just put them in my Bibles. Why all those 4-leaf clovers? God was and still is saying, I'm still with you. So my grandmother wrote that years ago, and to give you an idea about the clover business, I'm going to move the camera down here next to the Bible so I can show you guys. Now remember, there are 3 of these, mine and then my 2 cousins. Let's get a good view here. But keep looking. They will show up eventually. There's some. That's a batch right there. And there's a few. There's one stuck in there by itself. There's a little one in there by itself. Sorry if this is blurry. There's a few. Now get ready. There is a whole slew of them stuck into one spot right there. And a few. Oh, I didn't say that either. She also apparently collected butterfly wings when she found them. And this is one of the beautiful ones that apparently she found. Gorgeous colors. And her more clovers. And some more. I think that's it. And then up here I have also a few more of these beautiful, let me hold them to the light, beautiful butterfly wings. Got some blue in them, remind me of Jean from NC's new tattoo. But anyway, wanted to share that with you guys. I am not a religious person, but as of yesterday, this is now my most prized possession. And it came in, they gave me the whole box actually. You know, I do scrapbooking and taking pictures. I just wanted to show you guys a couple of things real quick that I think are really neat. This is a receipt someone bought. Some 12 by 12 lumber. And I don't know if you can see this. Rob Steele. Steele is my grandmother's maiden name, so it might have been one of her brothers or father or uncle, anyway. But if you can see the date down there, September 1897. I just think that's incredibly fascinating that this thing has been around for what, 111 years? That's crazy. And then they lived in Pittsburgh, well, near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and they used to apparently go to the Nixon Theater to see plays. And this one is not quite as old. It's from 1950, but I thought this was kind of fun. Mae West. They saw Mae West at the Nixon Theater. And I the ads in here I think are just hilarious. It's just fun to watch, look at. Iron City Lager and Old Shade Deluxe beer. These things are so fun to look at. Here's another program from the Nixon Theater. And then this book was in there. Well, this is one that's really interesting just because dictionary, atlas, and hymn book. Interesting combination. This one I think was 1940. It's not quite as old as some of the other things in here. Yeah, 1940. But this one, which is falling apart. It's got some stuff on the binding here, and I guess I need to be a little more careful with that. But it is first edition, copyright 1900. And it is called, if I could get to the title page I would tell you. Where is it? I found it. Here we go. Mr. World and Miss Church Member, a 20th century allegory. And it says 1903, which I just think this is just the neatest stuff. There's 3 envelopes and things down in this box that I haven't even looked at yet, but I think my dad mentioned that there were more receipts and things from the late 1800s, and I can't wait to look at them all and figure out some way to preserve them. One more thing, this vlog is getting long and very talky, but there are some old pictures in here, and they used to print them on, they're on like it's like cardboard. I don't know who most of these people are. I wish they had labeled pictures back then, but they didn't. A few of them have labels, but most of them don't. They're like on cardboard. R. Pearson, artistic photographer. With the outfits. Allegheny, Pennsylvania. I'm just trying to get through here real quick. I'd like to show you a picture of my great-grandma. I never got to meet her. She passed before I was born. And here she is. This is my great-grandma Steele. And I wish I had known her. I heard good things about her. So, I don't know who all these people are, but I would really like to find some way to preserve these pictures. It's very fascinating to me. A couple of these, it's like metal. I don't want to bend it, but it's like metal. Anyway, so now that I've bored you all to death with that, I just wanted to share my story about my grandmother and the 4-leaf clovers. And I am going to try to stick in a picture of my tattoo that's on my back that I got in her memory the year after she passed away. And in case you're wondering, you're probably not, but in case you're wondering about the funky wall colors in here, this up until recently was my son's bedroom, and it's now my craft room. And I'm trying to get organized. I'll show you another thing real quick. Look at the mess. It's my scrapbooking supplies. And there's still toys in here. And this is the desk. Big, big mess. And I'll show you this other thing real quick. I had this put up. This is over his bed when it was still his room. I hope you can see that. Whoop, too close. There we go. Let him sleep, for when he wakes he will move mountains. I truly believe that about my son, even though he's a little stinker. Anyway, now that this has rambled on and on and on, I'm going to go now. Good night. Love you guys.